Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Black Table. If you're hearing this voice, then you already know it's time for us to dive into the most intriguing, most exciting things to talk about this week. My name's Olamide, and tonight we're slicing through the noise, no filters, no fear, and we'll be getting right into it. Respect, what we're going to be talking about tonight, and I'm going to be introducing the gentlemen we have on the table. I'll be starting tonight with a first timer, someone who last week was actually here to watch the live show. He is an honorable and he's in the building, but not your regular tie wearing press conference type. He's a technocrat, an oil finder, a green energy boss, and the man behind massive moves from Ekiti to the global stage. He builds and empowers and still finds time for the vibes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Dr. Ayo Omotosho, aka AOM, to the Black Table.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Such a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
So how was it like last week watching the Black Table?
Well, it was fantastic. After that show, I was already seeing myself on the show too.
Fantastic.
So it was exciting that
it's such a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, same here. It's a pleasure to be here too.
And of course, to my left, someone who's not a stranger to the table. He goes by the moniker, the eighth wonder of the world. I call him Delusional. Delulu. He's a fantastic human being. This guy started television like some 40, 50 years ago when I was a kid. I used to watch him. But then it's grown.
All right, it's fine. It's okay.
It's grown to be successful in everything negative. All the bad things. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my man, Miles.
How are you, my boy? How are you, my boy?
I'm fine. I'm your boy.
How are you, my boy?
Guys, forget what you see on TV. This is not old man.
All right, so I am not here. I am just feeling in, pending when. Yes. So I'm just feeling in.
So we still have two more gentlemen joining us on the Black Table.
I didn't
of
really
course.
gentle, actually.
We have the mayor of Agungi, the most faithful man in Lagos and gang, who's going to be joining us shortly. And of course, we have my Ugandan brother, Etfwazan, who's going to be joining us on the table. But before they do, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering why I have the headgear and all of that on. Of course, I'm a huge fan of Hogan. And of course, I grew up watching him. And I've got so much amazing memories as a kid, following wrestling and all of that.
I agree.
And most people will say it's a sad thing that we lost someone like that, but I think it's a celebration of life.
I agree with you.
I say he lived his life very well, and he was one of those major influences culturally across sports and of course around the world. And from the ring to the big screen, Hogan wasn't just a wrestler, he was an old era. The bandana, the mustache, the flex, iconic.
It's take off their heads these days. The foods that are available to us these days are not that hygienic as we think.
Foods
that are available for us. Yeah, because a lot of these foods are synthesized.
Okay.
Those days, I think I never saw a seedless grape growing up. Okay. But currently, we have seedless grape.
Yes,
and
sir.
believe me, as a scientist that I am, once a seed, when a particular type of fruit is seedless, that shows it's not real. And those are the things we consume these days. You see chicken that was supposedly born last week.
Looking like a goat.
It's like a giant today. That's not real.
I agree.
And these are the things we consume. And believe you me, majorly, those are the things that are responsible for our health. The state of our health these days. And that's why a lot of people die young. For those that are really, really ready to take care of themselves, they want to eat well. But what do you eat? If you go to the market, the vegetables we buy, they are sensitized. Check all of them. They're not real. So these are the reasons why our health are deteriorating. Apart from those that are not even ready to properly take care of themselves. So it's really, really crazy these days. And for Hogan, is really, he lived well, because for somebody like me, he graced my growing up. You know, one of my friends, I'm sure, just watched. And I was continually smashing down Benga. Kotzi, Hogan. Ultimate Warrior was my major role model those days.
That's why in the current world of Gen Z, that word smashing Benga, I think
it means something else.
Smashing Benga back
more like
to back.
physically slamming him.
I was slapping him down like Hogan used to do. Okay, please don't redefine what I just said.
I'm joking. We move.
Thank you for sharing all of that.
Thank you.
Miles, how's your week been?
Oh, it's been really hectic. I can't even cap it. It's been so hectic, but in the midst of it, I feel like I'm on drugs right now. Like, as much as
what
it's
type
been
of drugs?
Work kind of drugs. Like, it's been hectic, but I've been enjoying it.
Okay.
Like, I live for what I do, so it's been hectic, but hey, thank God.
That means invariably you are work drunk.
Is work drunk.
That's the what.
Okay, so tonight, on our highlights and the main focus of the show, we're going to draw the line as Tyler Perry firing his own aunt is on the table. Of course, business or betrayal, you will decide. We'll also talk about loyalty, inspired by the film To Kill a Monkey by the series rather by Kemi Adetiba, and the viral post by Lady Destiny. Would you still support your spouse or friend if you knew they were guilty? Big question mark there. Loyalty versus accountability. Where do you stand? And you see, this man to my right is in trouble because he's a politician. And we're going to be diving into some of those things. And then you tell me about the cap, you know, what it means.
I'll definitely let you know.
Fantastic. But before we do any of that, we'll go for a quick break. When we return, the Black Table starts properly.
Yes, sir.
Okay, to the Black Table, the ultimate men's guide. And of course, like I said, we had two other gentlemen that will be joining us. So we've done a bit of a substitution. But before we dive into what next we're talking about, I'm going to be introducing the gentlemen that have joined us. I'm going to start with the mayor of Agungi, Salo the Rarity, the only faithful man in Lagos. But when the night falls and the mics are hot, just know Tien Gang has entered the building. Forget the Avengers. This one, man holds down Agungi and all of Lagos. And gang. I don't know
where you guys come up with this stuff.
I can't help it, but it's your fault.
I don't know how you come up with this stuff.
Okay.
And I'm gonna chew Miles after the show
because
I know he has a part in this.
Yeah,
you've earned your title.
No, I haven't. But I accept whatever it is. It's good to always be here.
It's lovely to see you and welcome. And of course, making his debut, a thinker, a philosopher, a Ugandan original, a long-time teacher.
Made in Nigeria.
Ugandan, but made in Nigeria. Long-time teacher, forever a student. He speaks the human experience through the Holy Trinity: money, culture, and science. Welcome to the Black Table. The mind is about to stretch. Earth's thousand.
Very good to be here, man. Very nice to see you.
Man, this guy is fire. Is fire. In fact, I remember when I met him, and he really surprised me. I couldn't believe, what I saw. But it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
It's good to be here, man.
Many things we're talking about tonight. Of course, before you guys came in, we had Miles, the 8th Wonder, but we've done a substitution now. And then we were talking about how wrestling had a strong impact and influence in our different our lives. Of course, the iconic Hulk Hogan passed on just earlier in the day, and then I feel it's a celebration of life. Men don't get to live long enough, but if you get to 70, it is worth celebrating. That's how I see it. Most won't agree with me, but it is what it is.
I would agree with you.
Yeah.
I don't even think we should mourn people that pass past that age, because whether that's biologically, sociologically, or even economically, you're not contributing anything else. Even to your own body. It's done. You're not making any new cells. You're not producing new neural pathways. You're not doing anything new. You're the curve is now going down.
Yeah.
So if you're blessed to reach that age, your exit should be celebrated.
Definitely.
That you actually made
Got
it.
to that
You actually-
age.
You know,
Yeah.
your age has to be celebrated. There's one thing I really respect about the West African culture. You guys have parties at funerals. Like
Yeah.
people
Celebration
dance.
of life.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where I'm originally from, we don't do a lot of that. They'll sit around and eat porridge and have conversation.
Yeah, just
But they're not
in
going
this-
to wear entire garbs and perform, and it's not going to happen. The
But one thing
celebration
we
of
also need
life's
to understand is no matter how old these our people are, we don't want them to go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So that's why we feel their absence when they die. That's why we want to feel like, okay, let's celebrate them.
Yeah.
And let's make them feel, there's this notion that even though they are dead, their spirit is still alive.
Absolutely.
So we want to make them feel comfortable, we want to make them, make them happy even in death. You get what I'm saying? So that's the reason why we celebrate them and make them feel. Like my father passed away when he was 72. Until today, my father is still live in my head.
Absolutely.
Do you get my
Absolutely.
point? I didn't want him to go. See, let me tell you, if he lived till, let's say, 100, I would not still want him to go.
Yeah,
So
nobody
that's why.
nobody ever really wanted
Yeah.
to
Nobody
go.
So that's the thing.
There you go. But I think because it's an inevitability of life
Definitely.
that we know has to happen,
Yeah.
the best we can then do is make the best out of the situation.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And that's when we say, if you're, say, I don't know, 70 and below, you probably could have done something.
Yeah,
70 and after,
sure.
it's okay to bow out. It's really, really okay to bow out
Yeah.
because it's inevitable anyways.
Definitely.
There's an
Yeah.
entire story about Moses and so from the Muslim religion on the side where he was given a huge ball of fur from a sheep, wool from a sheep. And the angel of death told him every single strand is a year you're going to leave. And then he said, am I going to then go after that? And the angel of death said yes. And he was like, take me now then, because it makes no difference.
The most important thing, and I think it's all about cause and effect, and it's just what it is. You leave, you die, and it's a cycle of life. But the most important thing is how well did you live?
That's it.
What did
That's
you do
right.
during
That's
your
right.
time, and what legacies are you leaving behind?
What did you leave in the people you
I was
left
talking to a
behind?
friend this evening just before we came. I was just joking with her. I said that now that you're alive, now that you're here as a human being, live your life to the best.
Absolutely.
That, a lot of people say, in my next life, what gives an assurance I'm going to come in your next life?
Also, how many
even
people
if,
are gonna come as-
Exactly,
excuse me,
like,
even if you come in your
as a
next
dog.
life, what if you come
as a fish?
as a mosquito? What if you come as a beer?
I mean,
You have
that's
like a
if
7-day
What
lifespan.
if you come as a tissue paper? Amen.
Wow.
But now that you're here as a human being, please
Yeah.
maximize your
Exactly.
time. Maximize
Absolutely.
this period that God has given you.
Absolutely.
Don't ever think of in my next life. In your next life, it might come as a tissue paper or a soul.
Yeah.
Soul of a
So
shoe.
it's really
or a
important
tire.
how you live your life now, and
yeah.
what we do. And because we're talking about that, our main topic tonight has a lot to do with loyalty, and all of the things that come with being loyal. Tonight we're flipping the spotlight, and we're going to be finding the balance between loyalty versus morality. And the internet is already on fire. So there was this series that was released recently, To Kill a Monkey by Kemi Adetiba, that forces us to ask, if you find out your friend or spouse committed a crime, would you still protect them or do what's right? Or would you abandon ship and then turn them in? And of course, this became something viral when an ex-user, Lady Destiny, who boldly said, if my partner commits a crime, I'm getting him arrested and leaving the marriage. Now, of course, this doesn't really just tie into marriage. It could tie into friendship, business partnerships, and much more. And gang, I need to start with you on
As
this.
somebody that commits crimes.
Yes, as a criminal, as a suspect, I need to start with you. Now, of course, I'm not sure if you've seen the series.
I just saw the trailer. I haven't
yeah.
watched it yet, but I'll take time this weekend to
Okay,
go through it. But it looks
fantastic.
really great.
But in the context of that, whereby, let me just give you like a slight story about the story starts with a man who had to get into some criminal activities to be able to help his family out financially. And at the end of it, the wife kind of goes like, you know what, I don't think I can be with you doing all of these things. And that's the question of loyalty. Would you be with someone who has gone the extra mile to do something and then, you know, does it really stay? So, gang, have you ever been in a situation whereby you've been forced to walk away from someone based on not being able to handle, you know, the situation? But before you answer, we have a vox pop, and then let's listen to what people have to say, and then, gang, you tell us what your thoughts are.
If I have a friend who has committed a crime, will I rat them out or will I remain faithful to the end?
The first thing I will do is I will try to find out the intention behind what they do and the type of crime. If it's murder, of course, I have to give them out.
Because it's a friend, I'll probably just stay faithful till the end.
I mean, I'll correct you inside, but I don't think I'll rat you out. Nah.
Even though he's guilty and he's been sentenced, I'll stand with him.
Bro, like, you're going to jail. It's a wrap. You're going to jail. At least let the court process take its due course.
You should have the same self-discipline. It's absolutely unacceptable. You're going to jail, and while you're away, I'm going to manage your resources and build something legitimate for myself.
Don't just abandon your friend. Don't just abandon your people, your partner, your friend.
We make mistakes, yeah, and as my friend, I can cover up your mistakes when I can.
For me, you stand with faith to the end. I don't want to go religious, but it's fine. But my own opinion, that's what I'm going to do.
But it doesn't mean I'm cool with it. It doesn't mean I'm cool with what you did. It doesn't mean I will be happy with what you did. I will tell you what you did is very wrong, but we'll kill ourselves inside and we'll not bring it out.
All right, interesting take from everyone. So, gang, like I said, what are your thoughts?
It's very
on
interesting when I
that?
see people's reactions because clearly they haven't gone through that experience. It's easy to say that when people are not family members or you don't exactly know what your bond is.
Yeah.
There are parents that have seen their children commit crimes. What happens at that situation?
Yeah.
You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, definitely.
So, you know, like, it's easy for a lady to say she'll turn her man in. So, obviously, she doesn't have a man. That's clear. But
Even if she does, she doesn't love the man.
do you understand?
Okay.
So, it's
That's
you
the thing.
see, I'm somebody that I believe in second chances. And people do make mistakes. So, it actually depends on the gravity of the crime you've committed and how much knowledge I have of it.
Yeah.
Am I an accomplice? What happens to me in that kind of situation?
Oh, gang, you can kill someone in front of me. I'll keep it a secret.
And you can do the same. And you and I know that we will not snitch.
But I'll blackmail you for the rest of your life. I said, gang,
in all
gang,
honesty,
remember.
in all honesty,
Buy me this suya.
You know?
I'm a very
I'm going to tell.
you know me quite well, and I'm a very loyal person.
Yeah.
I'm a very loyal person, and if I have information about the crime, if it's not going to affect me in certain ways, I will do my best to not turn you in, but I can give you the advice of this is what you need to do.
Yeah.
You need to get yourself, don't let it put me in that situation whereby I have to do something, but I'll give you the best advice I can give you. Will I report you and turn you in? I will not. But I'll give you the best advice I can give you, hoping that if I ever committed a crime, you won't turn me in as well.
Bro code.
Give me time to run. Give me time to do whatever it is I need to do.
Did you just say that, gang?
Yes.
And then we'll figure it out after.
I'll give you time. I don't say, see, Olamide, listen, these guys are coming to TVC. Leave Lagos now.
Go.
When they come, I'll tell them you were here, but dude, I've watched too much TV, maybe that's why. But I'll tell you, leave now. But I can't turn you in.
Too much Nollywood.
Okay, Hertz, what are your
Too much
thoughts on
Nollywood.
that?
So, I think two things. Depending on like he said, depending on the gravity of the situation and my relationship with the person in question, my knee-jerk reaction is probably not going to be to turn them in. However, the next best thing you can do is you remove yourself from this person, especially if what they did collides with your own individual morality.
When you say remove, can you
let this person go? That's your gift to them for you not turning them in.
Oh.
So you kill somebody and I find out you killed somebody, right? I have two burdens. I have the burden of the knowledge that I have to go and turn you in. And if I hold on to that knowledge, I can't have you in my life as a reminder of my complicit behavior in the knowledge of what you did. So I will tell you that my gift to you is to let you go. We're done. That's my best gift that I can give to you. Because there are some things that will weigh on you for life.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? There's certain, because oftentimes we forget that the weight of a crime is not onto the first victim. Some crimes have nodes.
Yeah.
True, very
If
true.
I went and murdered the mayor of Agungi, it's not just him. He has kids, a wife, and beneficiaries whose lives I have changed forever.
Yeah.
As a result of that.
one act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So if you swallow for me, you are complicit in their suffering all the way down to any generation that is as a result of him going.
Yeah.
So the next best thing you can do, if the love you have for this person is in question, is you actually cut them off.
Oh.
You can't hide their bodies and stay with them.
Yeah.
However, if you're their wife and they are a husband, and they did it to protect family wealth that you guys have been benefiting from, that's a whole other conversation.
Okay.
It's the same reason why they don't make spouses testify against each other.
Exactly.
Because they know you
Legally, you can't be forced to do that.
Yeah.
You can't. And
Yeah.
that's why they would arrest Pablo Escobar and the wife would be like, I don't know, he was a drug dealer. It's like, really?
I know nothing.
All the
I know
hundreds of
nothing.
millions of dollars
Yeah,
you've been
yeah.
driving all these expensive cars, you don't know what he did? Oh, he was?
And you know, here's the
I don't
funny
know
thing. Now that you said this, something just dawned on me, because it's crazy. We're talking about serious crimes like murder and whatnot. In Nigeria, we have people whose parents are politicians that have embezzled funds.
Wait, we have a politician here. We're also coming back to
We're coming
him,
back
by
before
the
we
way.
get to the politician. You get where I'm coming from? Your parents might have been ministers, senators,
Yes.
governors,
Yes.
the president, and you are aware of the situation that has happened. Have you turned them in?
All right, let's
Have you
let's
reported
flip
them?
the script for a minute. Yeah.
It's a politician.
That's the thing,
Really
because
guilty.
no, I was listening to all of you as you were talking. I was listening to what you were saying,
Yeah.
and I was also listening to you. Believe you me, you could speak like this first of all because you've never been in such a situation.
Exactly.
I don't know if you have.
Oh, he said
No,
he
if you-
has.
if you-
Do you
if
want to
you
share?
have,
Do you want to share?
Humorously, I have.
No,
Listen,
listen,
I will
listen,
share
if it has happened,
Okay.
I probably
it's also
will.
a function of the gravity of what happened.
Absolutely.
Just that.
Absolutely.
See, there are certain times where, first of all, we're talking about friends, right?
Yeah.
They say friend is somebody that you know, that you share some level of, mutual affection,
There's a bond.
likeness, and ultimately trust. It's
Yes.
not just an acquaintance, out
Yeah.
there that you just
Someone that
you know what I'm
there's-
saying?
there's some
Now,
level
and
of
for that kind
connection.
of friendship,
Yeah.
there's a level of loyalty that's attached to it. Believe you me, when you find yourself in such a situation or in that kind of friendship, like I was talking to somebody, let me digress a little bit. I was talking to somebody that there are 3 different types of friendship. There are some that you are their friend, they're not your friend.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
One-sided.
You are their friend, because not necessarily one-sided, but people that you benefit from, you gain from. They're like your mentor. They really don't have your time.
You're with them, but they're not
You are with them, but they're not with you. But if you call
Exactly.
them, they will pick your call.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you send them a message, they might respond maybe after 3-4 days.
Yeah, I
they
get
are
what
your
you're saying.
friend, but you are not. You are their friend, but they are not necessarily your friend. But they don't hate you. If you reach out to them, they will discuss with you.
But it's
there are some
a
that
matter of priority.
God bless you. There are
Yeah.
some that they are your friend, but you're not necessarily their friend. Maybe people that look up to you, they make you their mentors and all that. When they reach you, hey, what's up? How you doing? But there are some that you guys are both friends. That's what I'm talking about here. That's the third category. When you guys are in that kind of situation and something happens, depending on the gravity of what actually happened, see, once that trust is there, based on the type of relationship you have, and that loyalty is there based on that type of relationship. See, even if they put gun
Conversation
on your
we
neck,
had.
they put a gun on your neck, you will stay through for them.
Because
That
that's your man.
this person did this.
Yeah.
This and that. Are you ready to do it? We say yes, of course. I will stand for him. He's not here. Yes, I will stand for him. See, once you find yourself,
So this is us speaking like men, right?
Yeah.
But do you think women will do the same thing?
well, because I'm not one, and I can never be one. I might not really
Very
understand.
obviously, not in
But
this
as a
lifetime.
man, as a man that I am, and the way I see my friends, I know that we are both friends. I can stand for them under any circumstances.
You still sound
However, like you said, it's a function of what happened, and I sincerely buy into what you've just said too. Oh, you've done this, and based on the gravity of the crime you've committed, and this is the gravity of this crime, and this is how it's going to affect, it has a ripple effect on the society or probably the family. Because I don't want to live with that guilt forever. Because anytime I see you, it flashes.
It will be in your head.
I would just
I'm
like you
out.
said, I would definitely, I'll take myself out of, I'm not going to be in my space. If I see you outside, I'll still greet you. Hey, what's up, Papa? How you doing? What you doing? But our friendship, I've done it before.
Me too.
But under certain circumstances too, that you need to stand or probably come to defend this person. That how much of this person do you know? Do you think this person has a tendency of committing the kind of crime?
Yeah.
Would you speak for such a person? I can't.
But what
speak
pushed
for
him to do that?
I can. But of course, if it's something that happens, periodically or consistently.
Or if you warn them about,
or if I've warned before this, you have to. And the person continues.
Do the same thing.
I have no other option but to take myself out of that scene.
Okay. So
if it happens next time and somebody calls me, I'm sorry.
You've mentioned that you've had personal experiences. I'm really curious to find it out.
Yeah.
Which experiences, even if it's one or two, if you can share with us, maybe that will help us, build this context and make it, more relatable to everyone.
So, you can call it opportune or misopportune, depending on how you look at it. At the heat of the Sudanese civil war, I happened to speak decent Arabic.
Okay.
And somebody I knew, who I won't mention who he was to me, was trading between Juba and Kampala.
Oh.
And so they needed me. I was very young then, could have been 17. And I was always used to go and sort of try and understand the language for him so they don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But during some of their negotiations with his own trading partners, what would have been
weapons?
No, food. It was actually food.
Okay,
so you could get a bulb of jackfruit from Kampala for like 3,000 shillings and sell it in Juba for like 35,000.
Oh,
the markups were ridiculous because it's civil war. There's no food. But if you're trading in a civil war, you have to be armed. So everybody was armed.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? And what would have been a disagreement of, no, this thing had to be done like this. Why do you turned into, this thing should have been done like this. Bye-bye. Do you get what I mean? I was just there, a young boy witnessing this.
Yeah.
And this person turned to me and said, of course you know, nobody should know.
Of course, yeah.
I'm like, yep, obviously. As soon as we touched down Kampala, I never spoke to the guy again. To this date.
Oh.
That was it for me. It's like, bro, I am not going to carry the weight of someone's blood on my hand.
Definitely.
There's nobody for me to report you to in Kampala. I don't know anybody in Juba either that I'm going to report you to. Even if I reported you to in Kampala, are they going to just go to?
Yeah, and of course you need to consider your own safety.
The consequences of my own.
Exactly.
Do you get what I mean?
Sure.
So I'm just like, bro, it's okay. We're not and that was the last time I ever went to Sudan. And to this day, my business partner had an opportunity in Sudan. I was like, I would rather put my hand in a blender than go back there. It's never going to happen.
Knowing fully well that it might not necessarily be alone in that deal.
Yeah.
It might just be a phase. And by
thing.
turning him in,
usually
the people that might come after you might not really even know
removing
them.
yourself is a much better strategic decision.
Definitely.
Because you also don't know the third-party repercussions of turning somebody in.
That's right.
It may not be, because like I said, people have nodes connected to them. I may turn you in. I don't know who your wife is. I don't know who you, even if I know them, I may not know your other best friend who really loves you and the capacity of their anger.
Yeah.
So I will always have a target on my back. There's a reason witness protection exists.
Exactly.
It's because they know that even if they get everybody you snitched on, they have other nodes connected to them that may find you. So the best thing you want to do is say, guy, this thing that you did, I'm out.
Yeah, true.
For your own safety as well. Because sometimes
your own safety and your mental sanity.
that's the thing. You have to also have the logic to say, okay, this is what the law says, this is what morality says, but I can't observe the law and morality if I'm dead.
Definitely.
So let me just remove myself.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
That's a great concept. Removing yourself from the
Just take
situation.
yourself from this.
There was something you said earlier on Olamide, because we don't want to say we're going to speak for women. The truth is there are a lot of ride or die women out there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Stick by their men, stick by their husbands, stick by their boyfriends, and whatever happens, happens. Like you gave the example of Pablo Escobar. His wife knew the kind of man she was with.
Exactly.
And she stayed.
True.
My politician here and other politicians out there have their wives, and sisters and mothers and aunties.
Shots fired.
They're the ones hiding the money under the bed.
that stay with them. Do you understand? So I believe to an extent there are a lot of ride or die women out there.
Yeah.
There's so many Yahoo boys that have girlfriends and family members.
And these girlfriends are bankers. They're the
They
ones
will
that
never snitch on them.
They will speak for them.
snitch
Under
on
the
them.
circumstances, they speak for them.
They're the ones that are signing the bank account.
So that's why these things are a continuous thing. You understand? It's the circle of life, like we said earlier on, and these things happen. It's unfortunately that we have snitches and people that will speak, that will turn people in.
But talking about snitches, do you think snitches do that out of jealousy?
No.
You don't think so? Like, someone looks
not everybody has
at you and goes, like,
capacity.
why is this guy so successful?
Olamide,
and then finds out,
Olamide, not everybody has the capacity to be courageous.
Yes.
Yeah,
Some people are
Courage is
cowards.
expensive.
Some people can't hold certain things in. Some people are raised that way. That is their own curse or gift to bear.
Okay.
That is them. They talk, they speak, they say what's on their mind. I know somebody that will tell you, listen, don't commit any crime around me. I will talk.
And I love
So we know that when you're
because you know who you're
when
with.
you're going to certain places, you don't take these people along. You know their capacity, and you keep them there.
Yeah.
I think the ones I have a problem with are the ones that act tough until
the stuff happens and you
the
see
tire
them,
hits
they'll
the
be the first
tarmac,
person to speak out.
and they're the ones to squeal. I hate those
Definitely.
because it's like, bro.
Okay, but does loyalty come with a price?
Oh, definitely, it does.
Okay.
It comes with a price. Because there are times where, in the name of loyalty, it's good to be loyal, right?
It's important to be loyal.
Yes. But there are certain times where in the name of loyalty, you find yourself drowning with the situation
Yes.
that you're not actually involved in. But in the name of, I'm loyal to this person, I want to be there for this person. And you notice, at the end of the day, you are...
Does that apply to politics?
Well, in politics, maybe yes.
Okay. What party are you with?
Definitely APC.
What I would say about politics is politicians don't have permanent friends. They have permanent interests.
Okay.
As long as a politician's interests still align with you, they will be loyal to the end. Once those interests
In politics, politics, you don't fight anybody. I can argue with you in politics, but I don't fight you. We have friends and friends. That was all we have. Because I might disagree with you on a particular ideology today, and believe you me, tomorrow we may have a convergent view on that same ideology.
Oh yeah.
So that's why today, if we disagree, it's okay. I leave you with that.
Yeah, okay.
I don't have to fight you. I don't have to make you my enemy. Because tomorrow, we'll find a space where we are convergent on that view and we move on.
Yeah.
Because you don't build enemies in politics, you build friends.
You build
continually
allies.
build bridges.
So in other words, like what you said and what you're saying now is that there's no real loyalty in politics. It's just about interest.
It really is.
I'm not really saying that because sincerely,
Well, he can't really say that.
You can't really say that. It can't really say that.
No.
Yeah.
In politics, there are real loyalty in politics.
But is it permanent
Real
loyalties?
loyalty in politics, but it may not be permanent.
This is my point.
Okay, it's
Is
about
you don't
interest
have
still,
permanent friends, you have permanent interests.
But at the point where you are loyal, you may be loyal to a fault.
But are you loyal to the person or to your cause?
At the end of the day, you can't separate the two.
No, you can't.
really?
And you should.
You can't separate the two.
Wow.
So
let me tell you something. Sorry. In my language, they said, you do politics because of what you will be and what you will eat. Because of what you will be and what you will eat. So at the end of the day, and of course, definitely, the chains are connected. Because of a chain that's connected to your chain, and you feel like you need this chain to get what you want, you have no other option but to
So
be
please, could you say
loyal.
that in your language? I want to hear what you
Let's
say.
In my
say,
language, he said, "Honey, à ń ṣe òṣèlú torí nǹkan tá a máa jẹ àti nǹkan tá a máa jẹ."
Okay.
You got my point? Torí nǹkan tá a máa jẹ àti nǹkan tá a máa jẹ.
So,
Because of what you're going to eat and what you're going to be.
Yeah.
That's why you do politics.
but
But for me, I have a slight view, a different view from that. I joined politics because, not because I like politics. I never liked politics before now. I hated politics with passion. Even while I was working outside Nigeria, I didn't want to hear anything about politics. Until I lost a business deal. And I lost that business deal because of two reasons. Because my business partner, my financial partner came to Nigeria in 2014 for due diligence on the business environment. Okay, and they came back with a report that says Nigeria was not politically stable and there was insecurity because it was 2014. Then we're planning for the 2015 election.
Yeah.
Okay, and of course you could remember how tensed that the Buhari and the Goodluck election was. So they came back with Nigeria was not politically stable, and there was insecurity because of Boko Haram. So I came back, I sat with my team, and the resolution was, if Nigeria had been run, if I'd had good leaders, proud to now, there will not be any tension transiting from one regime to another, right? 2, if Nigeria had had good leaders, there wouldn't have been anything like Boko Haram. So I summed up the 2 reasons under one, which is bad leadership. So now I asked myself one question. How much can I do criticizing them from outside? Believe you me, you can't do anything. You can only talk. I used to be a critic, online critic. You say anything that does not conform with what I feel it is, but I realized that I was just wasting my time. So I decided right there in 2014 that no. Of course, I'd been following politics from day one because of my father. My father has been following Awolowo from the days of AG, Action Group, to UPN, to the SDP days, to UNCP and all that, to the AD, AC, ACN and all that. So that's actually my lineage politically. So I decided that, okay, how much can I do from outside? Absolutely nothing. So I decided to join mainstream politics. That's why I joined politics. So because of that, the way I think is different from the way normal Nigerian politicians think. When I was campaigning, because I contested in the last election, I was telling them that I'm not a regular politician like every other person. Because if you must do something different, if you must get a different result, you must do it differently.
Of course. Yeah.
No, so if you must have a different channel and a different view and a different result to, what we've been getting politically from Nigeria, you must do it differently. And that is what me, personally, I'm bringing to Nigerian politics.
Thank you. Well said. We will take a quick break. When we return, we'll take social media feedbacks. And of course, we have a few things we'll do culturally and traditionally that we do on the Black Table. We do Just the Tip and, of course, the Toast of the Week. We'll be doing all of that and much more right after the short break. Okay, it's still the Ultimate Men's Guide, the Black Table, and I'm just going to be diving right into, some of the feedback we have on social media. I'm going to be starting with Ashola. Ashola says, wrestling is still my favorite sport, and Hogan was my absolute favorite. Sadly, we cannot keep them with us forever. One day, everyone has to go. Thank you, Ashola, for that feedback. And then we have at Remy. Remy says, bro, I will defend my guy. Nothing. I am absolutely not turning him in. No more words. Then we have Adarin. Adarin says, Olamide, did you say Ugandan? You don't get Ugandan accent to now, but you find I don't know what that even means, bro. What's it?
Oh my God! Accent? They want me to speak a few Ugandan languages. Would that work?
maybe we'll do that when we do Just the Tip.
I'm made in Nigeria, so and I've been around the world, so But yeah.
And then we have Adarin. Adarin says, Adayo now. Sorry, says, look, Olamide, I am sometimes jealous of my friends' success, but not negative success like very positive success, because I just at the moment feel that when I cannot achieve the same thing, even though I work harder than him or her, I later on realize that it was just my flesh talking, and I have to pray for grace and work harder. Okay, I think what Adayo is saying is that, don't compare yourself with the success of your friends or family members.
Making them question their loyalty.
Exactly. Thank you all for those feedback. Like I said, we will be doing 2 things that we do culturally on the show. We've got something called Just the Tip, which it's just an advice basically. And of course, Earth, you're going to be doing that for us. And then we're going to be doing the Toast of the Week, which you'll be doing for us. So we'll be taking Just the Tip now, and then we will do Toast of the Week.
So I give you a piece of advice on loyalty. Loyalty has to be true. Loyalty has to be tried. Loyalty has to be tested. Loyalty has to be verifiable and mutual. First of all, it has to be true to you.
Okay.
if you're in your bid of being loyal to somebody else, you have to make sure you're not being disloyal to yourself. That's step number one.
That's right.
You have to try that loyalty, and there are different pockets throughout a relationship where someone's loyalty to you is going to get tried. If you're observant, be observant before you take a bullet for somebody. See if it's tried, right?
Yeah.
That loyalty then has to be tested, not on the big things, on the small things. Because if it can survive these ones, it will survive
Those ones,
the other ones as well. You have to even ensure that it's mutual.
That's right.
And your loyalty to somebody or to anything should only go as far as that thing still mutually serves your own loyalty to yourself. Many people are stuck in bad relationships, bad jobs, bad friendships because of the concept of loyalty, and they don't want to be seen as, oh, they left me, they're the ones that left. And yet this place stopped serving them a long time ago.
Exactly.
There is no such thing as a two-man coffin. You go by yourself.
Just one.
That's right.
Just one.
And therefore,
This tip will enter.
if anything you are loyal to no longer serves you or your own loyalty, it doesn't matter what the history is. History does not determine quality.
Ooh.
Otherwise, old trees would be more valuable than diamonds.
That's right. That's
There
right.
are trees that are billions of years old. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Longevity doesn't necessarily mean quality. I could meet you in 3 weeks and we're closer than somebody you've known for 50 years.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So as a result of that, doesn't matter how long you've been with somebody, doesn't matter what memories you share, as long as whatever loyalty you have for them no longer serves you, it is very okay to walk away from them. It is advised to walk away.
At this
So I
point,
definitely agree with you.
I lift up my glass, and then you're going to be giving us a toast of the week. So what are we toasting to?
The toast of the week should be, what do we toast to? I think I'm meeting a friend here tonight.
Okay.
A Ghanaian. I mean, Ugandan, but made in Nigerian. So
sir.
it toasts to one Africa.
I toast to one Africa.
I
That's how
like
I toast to
that.
that.
I really like that.
Absolutely love that.
Okay, so cheers
Spoken
to
like
that.
a true politician.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true
politician. Gang.
You soon see him in Uganda now.
Definitely, yes. You know.
All right, at this point, I just want to say thank you to all the gentlemen who've joined us on the show tonight. You guys are totally amazing and extraordinary at the same time. Of course, the Black Table is back, same time, same station next week. Till then, I say thank you. Stay tuned. Join us next week. And remember, the darker the night, the brighter stars. Do have a good night, or if it's good morning.
And stay loyal to the Black Table.
And stay loyal to the black.
Yeah, still to the Black Table.